Hello and welcome to another edition of An English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm an English guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video, I really do appreciate it. And this one we're going to be covering the TV episode of Impact Wrestling from the 23rd of March 2021. Now with that being said, let's jump right into it. The opening match was a Knockouts Championship match between Deonna Purrazzo defending against Jazz. Now I personally don't know if these two have ever met in a singles match before. If they have, I've never seen it, but this was the first time these two have ever wrestled. And whilst it wasn't the longest match, it was actually a decent match, to be fair. And Deonna, as I said before, she's perhaps the best female technical wrestler in the world right now. She's been so good since joining Impact Wrestling. She was before, but even more so now. And of course, Jazz is a veteran and a legend at this point in her career. It's great to see her getting more opportunities like this. And obviously, she's had a shot at the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Now she had a shot at the Knockouts Championship belt. It was a fun little match, to be honest, and I think Deonna winning was the right call because I think she's a great champion. I think she can do a lot more with the belt too, and this was a good way to open the show. I enjoyed this match, took what it was, and short but very fun, not championship match. So thumbs up to both ladies. Our next match was another title match. It was Ace Austin defending the X Division Championship against TJP. Now this is a rematch from the last pay-per-view Sacrifice, where TJP was defending the belt against Ace Austin, which was a fantastic match, an amazing match. And role reversal with some Ace Austin did win that match. Is defending the belt against TJP, who had a title rematch clause. And I said it before, the X Division this year has been stunning stuff, and it's what the TNA wrestling was then known was built upon. Week after week, the founders of the TNA X Division helped build it is to what it is today. And today is fantastic stuff. And again, like the last match, this was a stunning match between TJP and Ace Austin. And I really, really enjoyed these two working together because very unique opposites of what they do. TJP more of a all-round submission wrestler. I mean, he's got high impact, and Ace Austin is a fantastic wrestler as well. I really, really like him. And the longest reigning X Division champion of all time has now held the belt. This is his second reign, sorry. And this was cracking stuff. And these two, I don't think it's even possible for these to have a bad match because this was really, really, really good stuff. I liked how they paced the match, how they did things in the match. It was very different from the match at Sacrifice. And this was another cracking example of why the X Division is so hot right now. And I give credit to both men to put in a stunning match, and I really, really thought Ace Austin retaining the belt was the right call. Because as good as TJP was, I think Ace Austin could do a lot more with this belt, and there's a lot of people in the X Division I want to see him face. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him defend the belt against Josh Alexander. I think that would be fantastic. But this was great stuff. And again, the X Division is top-notch stuff. These two showed what they could do, and elevated the division even more so. I think this was really, 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 really good stuff, and pay-per-view worthy match it really was. So I really couldn't fault both men putting a very, very good back and forth match. That was the best part. There was no real clear-cut advantage for either man throughout the whole match. It could have gone either way, and those matches are really worth watching when it's this good, and this was this good. It was really, really good. So definite thumbs up to TJP and Ace Austin for doing good stuff in this one. Well done, boys. And the next match was Rohit Raju versus Fallah Bahh. Now, Fallah Bahh and his storyline with the Roll of Money was very, very entertaining. But he lost the Roll of Money, as you know, and ended up falling on kind of hard times and sleeping at the TV show they record Impact Wrestling. And Rohit has become one of the most entertaining guys to watch in all of Impact Wrestling. Because of his character, the way he does things, and he's a very good, solid wrestler. I think he's very, very good. And this was a good match too. It wasn't the longest match, but a very unique match. I've never seen these two wrestle each other before in a match like this, because I've never seen them have a singles match. But it was fun for what it was. It was a short match, but it was a fun match too. I did enjoy this, and I think Rohit Raju getting the win using his own momentum against him, Fallah Bahh's own momentum against him, and hooking the tights was the right way to finish the match. Because Fallah Bahh is a big guy. Rohit Raju is an X Division wrestler in retrospect because of his size. But this was fun but short match. I said shun. I mean, Fun but short match. I'll say that way, get it right. Tongue tie myself yet again. Anyway, but no, this was fun. This was fun stuff. I enjoyed it. So thumbs up to both men. And then the next match was actually a very good match. I enjoyed it. AC Romero versus Trey Miguel, who's had a kind of a crisis. What's that crisis of conscience? Since returning to AEW, sorry, but returning to Impact Wrestling because of Sami Callihan tormenting him. But it's good to see more fired up Trey Miguel because I've been a fan of Trey Miguel for so long now. I think it's amazing. And AC Romero is a really, really good guy and a good wrestler for a guy his size. He can move. And this was very, very good. And I think Trey Miguel being angry and getting the win was the right call. I enjoyed this match because of what he's been doing as of late. And AC Romero, as he's great, you don't see many singles matches in Impact Wrestling, but it was good to see him in a singles match here. So I enjoyed this. Fun match. Trey Miguel winning was the right call because of his frustration. I'll put it that way. Frustration in Impact Wrestling recently. And it's been great to watch and kind of a new spin on what Trey Miguel's done before. So I like it. So he's never done this kind of stuff before. He's always been with the Rascals. But it's really good to see him do something a bit different, and this has improved and shown what he can do, and he's a very, very good wrestler, as we know. But it's good to see a bit of character work from him too, so definitely a thumbs up for that, and thumbs up for both men in this matchup. And then the next match was the main event. It was Carl Anderson versus Eddie Edwards, and this is the very first time these two have ever met in a singles match. And I give credit where it's due. It was a very, very, very good match, to be fair. I enjoyed both men's work in this match because two of the most reliable wrestlers in all of Impact Wrestling are Carl Anderson and Eddie Edwards. When obviously Carl is tagging with Gallows as part of Good Brothers, always doing single stuff. He is a veteran. He knows what he's doing. Eddie Edwards is no different. This was really, really, really good stuff. And obviously very unique to see a singles match from Carl Anderson in Impact Wrestling because he's been a tag wrestler for so long now. But he held his own, and he doesn't surprise me he can hold his own because he's a veteran, as I said. Eddie Edwards, as I said it before, I think by now I've called him, and I'm still going to call him the heart of Impact Wrestling at this point in time. If not, he's the soul, shall we say. But this was really, really good stuff. I enjoyed it, and again, a very good back and forth match. And I said, first time ever singles meeting between these two, and I definitely wouldn't mind seeing them do this again because they really clicked very, very well. And Carl Anderson getting the win was the right call, despite the fact it was a singles match, and obviously Good Brothers losing their tag titles to Dangerous and Sacrifice. I enjoyed this one. It's really, really good stuff, and a great wrestling match as well. Some very good wrestling holds from both men, and you always like to see that kind of stuff when it's a first time ever match between two veterans who know what they're doing, and they did it very well in this. Sorry, very, very well in this match, and I definitely couldn't fault it. It was a good main event. To top off was overall actually a very good episode of Impact this weekend. I've said it before, Impact Wrestling this year has been great, great stuff. It's been firing on all cylinders, and it's continued to do so with a great episode of Impact. So I couldn't fault what these two men did at all. And thumbs up to Carl Anderson and to Eddie Edwards, of course, and thumbs up to everyone at Impact Wrestling this week for doing a really, really good job. And all signs point to the next pay-per-view, Rebellion, which of course is on everyone's mind because of the main event. Rich Swann, the Impact World Champion, facing Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion. The winner gets both belts. It is tied for the title. So it's going to be very intriguing to see what happens. And I really am looking forward to that match because I think two fantastic talents like Kenny Omega. Yes, I'm wearing a Kenny Omega t-shirt because he's my favourite wrestler. I'll be the first to admit that. My Twitter handle says that. Pops for me triggers the Twitter handle. But Rich Swann, I really can't fault. I think it's fantastic. So I'm really, really looking forward to that match. And the promo from Kenny Omega and Don Callis on this episode of Impact to build the match was first rate stuff. And really emphasising on the one-winged angel, which no one has ever kicked out, which is absolutely true. And Rich Swann saying he can, he's got one or two tricks of his own. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So thumbs up to that segment and from both men working very, very good stuff here. But again, thumbs up to everyone involved for this week's Impact. And with that being said, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see everybody next time. But until that time, take care.